Hi everyone, this is DinoSasha here and welcome back to another review. And today we're going to take a look at the figure. It is the Schleich 2023 Gastonia. Now Gastonia, which name means the Gaston, named after the robber Gaston. It is an extinct genus of the herbivorous ankylosaurian dinosaur from the early Cretaceous period, about 138 to 134.6 million years ago, which now lived in the Cedar Mountain Formation of North America. Now, the length is about 6 meters, 20 feet long, and weighed about 1.9 tons. Now, Gastonia was a member of the Nodosaurian family, which includes its closest relative, Borealopelta. Now, this creature was known to have these spikes protruded from its back and its tail. Now, the animals to that size is very strange nonetheless. But, considered being an animal to this size, Gastonia has many relatives of its species, including the Gargoylesaurus, and the others were Borealopelta previously, and the latest species, Struthiosaurus. Now, the species of Gastonia were the two, Gastonia bourgeois and Gastonia lorimachuense. They came alongside with other dinosaurs, including Mirasaurus, Sadrarathus, Iguanocolossus, and many more animals. The herbivores mainly eat plants. Now, let's talk about the sculpt on this beautiful creature. Now, Gastonia is a rather beautiful animal. I mean, there could be resemblance, but it has a defined this remember of the ankylosaurs. Now, the reason is why it can happen, it's just a basic design on this prehistoric creature. And now, it is lived alongside with the Utahraptor, the arch nemesis of this Gastonia. Now, this particular animal has a very decent sculpt, and it's very nice in my opinion. So, let's talk about the details. Well, later for the details, let's talk about the best part, and I'm talking none other than the pose. It is a walking pose. I may just thinking about something else. So basically the pose is like walking pose. I mean, this is a very nice in my opinion. So that could be right because it already going to on the walk because this is considered an animal that was trying to survive. That's basically just my opinion, but I like the details. There's lots of scoots on it, which basically very nice in my opinion. It is a very rough for an animal, and basically true to design was, and I'm thinking this is going to be very great for my... Now, let's talk about the cowl scheme first. My favorite color has to be the red. It has covered red entire body, especially across it, even white spikes all over it, especially across in it, and it's also there's a beige colors all across from the belly to a tail. Yeah, that's very simple. But the head, on the other hand, had surprised me for that. So I basically like the head of this Gastonia, and I mean it's a very strange creature to have this design like that, but its closest thing about the Borealopelta things about it, it's how it appears was. So it's basically a dinosaur just trying to survive, but basically Gastonia is an amazing animal nonetheless. So basically, it's just a basic thing. So let's talk about the accuracy of Gastonia, and I think the Gastonia design is pretty accurate, now I'm gonna say. So basically, this animal deserves a liking towards with whatever they could be. Now, the reason that is because Gastonia is a pretty cool animal. Now let's talk about this something like the ruler. And let's give this a Gastonia measure, terms from a length from tip of the head, from tip of the tail. All we're gonna reach is at about 7.1 inches, and which is only at about, as we can see, 8.5 centimeters, and that type height on top of the spike. We're looking at about 2.2 inches, and which is only at about So you can see it's 6.1 centimeters. Now for comparison, I'm gonna bring up some other Nodosaurs and even its arch nemesis. Here's with the Safari Ltd 2015 Sauropelta. Now Sauropelta, like all Nodosaurs, had no club tail, whatever it could. Now, because of its shoulder spikes on the end of it, Gastonia has lots of spikes all over its only the back, the side, and the tail. Now, I'm gonna link the Sauropelta in the link description box down below. And for another comparison, here's the PNSO 2020 Galvin the Borealopelta. Now, Borealopelta is one of the most accurate dinosaurs in the world. So, Borealopelta has a lot of spikes all over its shoulders. Now, for Gastonia, I think it's okay with this figure. So, this is basically a stereotypical dinosaur. Nothing I'm gonna say about that. It's pretty amazing. And I'm gonna link this one in the description box down below. And for our last comparison, here's the Schleich 2018 Utah Raptor. Now, Utah Raptor and Gastonia can coexist with one another because it only preferred to hunt down the Gastonia whatsoever because of its arch nemesis, who they are. So, for a rating for Gastonia, I'm giving a 9.3 out of 10, which, that's okay figure, but it's a very excited to see a brought back of this magnificent beast it is. But people reviewing as a typical dinosaur who actually deserves to live in the Gastonian times, which, it is a dinosaur nonetheless, but actually, I kind of like the dinosaur nonetheless if people, they wanted to know about it. So, I'm just gonna say it's a pretty good figure. If you know about this figure, let me know in the comments down below. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss the video, and leave a comments below. And I hope to see you for another review about the Schleich 2020 Cryolophosaurus. Goodbye everyone, and see you all next time.